Hey everyone, it's me, Matt. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having a wonderful week. I've got no complaints here in Florida. We've had another week of beautiful weather. So in today's video, I'm gonna be propagating some white verbenas from cuttings from plants that I've got in my front yard. And then I'm also gonna be sowing some flower seeds. So I was at the garden center earlier this week and I picked up some Scabiosa, Zinnias, Levena Mist, and Feverfew. So let's get into it. So starting off with the propagation project, I wanted to update you on my white verbenas that I planted back in late October. They've put on so much size in only a few months. If you saw the original planting video, which I'll link in the video description below, then you'll remember just how small these plants were. I'm so happy with how this area is filled in. This is exactly what I envisioned for this space. These verbenas make the perfect ground cover, and I love all the white blooms. Since planting these plants, I've been on the lookout for more white verbenas. I really want to add some more to my front landscape, but I can't find them anywhere. I've gone back to the original garden center that I bought these from. They don't have any white verbenas. They do have other colors, but again, I'm looking for the white verbenas. I want to tuck them into other areas of my front landscape. Let me show you the other spots that I'm thinking about adding some more. So panning over to the other side of my Adirondack chairs, I wanted to add another drift of white verbenas under my red and pink tropical sages. And then I also wanted to tuck some in over here at the base of my forked blue curl plants. I think it'll be a nice way to frame this pathway to my front door. Since I've been unable to find more white verbenas, I've decided to try propagating them from cuttings from my existing plants. So let me show you that process. So the first step, I'm gonna collect some cuttings. I'm gonna make the cuts 4 leaf nodes down just above where the 5th leaf node starts. So here you can see we got 1 leaf node, 2, 3, 4 leaf nodes. I'm gonna make the cut right here just above the 5th. And then again here, going 1, 2, 3, 4 leaf nodes down, cutting here just above the 5th. Last example, 1, 2, 3, 4 leaf nodes down, cutting just above the 5th. Check it out, I found this baby Monarch caterpillar on one of my verbena cuttings. So this verbena is planted around the base of my milkweed plant, and this little guy either wandered off or he fell off, but I'll definitely make sure he gets put back on the milkweed plant. There we go, little caterpillar's back where he belongs. Now that I've got all my cuttings, I'm gonna remove any of the blooms off the top of the cuttings, and then I'm gonna remove the lower leaves off the lower leaf node. So remove the top, and then pull back those lower leaves. Again, removing the bloom and then pulling back those lower leaves. If there's no bloom, you just need to peel back those lower leaves. All my cuttings are ready, and then you can see here I've prepped 12 4-inch containers with soil. I also went ahead and pre-moistened this soil. Next, I'm going to dip the ends of the verbena cuttings in some rooting powder. So this is going to help speed up the root development process. This rooting powder is made by Monarch. I'll make sure to link it in the video description for reference. After dipping the cutting in the rooting powder, I'm going to use this pen to make a little hole, and then I'm going to stick the cutting right into the soil, burying it right up to that first leaf node from the bottom. I use the same pen to make 3 holes in each of the containers, and then I'm going to stick 1 cutting in each of the holes. This should be a quick process, so let's get to it. All right, so I've tucked the dirt in around these cuttings so they're all planted in. So moving forward until the roots have established, I'm gonna keep them in an area where they get morning sun, and I'm gonna keep the soil moist. It's gonna take a few weeks for the roots to establish, but eventually new roots will form and these cuttings will start to put on some new growth. I did want to mention that propagating patented plants is illegal. So the original plant tag or container label that came with the plant will say if propagation is prohibited. Always make sure that you're not breaking any rules when you propagate plants for your garden. As an example, I've got some Supertunia Vista Jazzberry plants in my front yard. These are a petunia hybrid. You can see here on the plant tag that these plants are patented and propagation is prohibited. Now that the propagation project is complete, let's move on to project number 2 and sow some flower seeds. Here's the seed packets I picked up a few days ago. I'm continuing the purple and white theme from the seasonal flower bed I planted up last week. So I've got these Black Knight Scabiosas or Pincushion flowers. There's some Feverfew. I've got this Love in a Mist African Bride, the white flowers with the deep purple centers. And then lastly, I picked up some giant purple Zinnias. Looking at the planting instructions on the back, you can see the giant purple Zinnias here on the far right need to be planted about 1/4 inch deep. And then all other flowers need to either be pressed into the surface of the soil or barely covered with soil. It looks like they should all emerge in about 10 to 15 days. The Zinnias might actually germinate a little sooner. Also, the Love in a Mist packet suggests succession sowing every 2 to 4 weeks until midsummer for continual blooms. I prepped my seed tray with some pre-moistened soil, and then I also made these plant tags so that I'll remember what I planted. And then over here in the Zinnia section, I'm gonna use my pen to press into the soil to make those 1/4 inch deep holes for the seeds. This process will be quick and easy, so let's sow some flower seeds. There we go. That was a really easy process. So I did go back in and I lightly pressed the Scabiosa and Feverfew seeds into the soil surface, and then you saw me mist everything with water. So all these seeds are planted in. So the last step here is to pop on this clear plastic humidity dome and then move the seed starting tray to a warm spot away from direct sunlight. Once these seeds germinate and the plants put on some size, my plan is to plant them in groupings throughout my front landscape. I hope this video has inspired you to try propagating some plants or flowers for your yard, or even to start some flowers from seed. It takes a little effort, but the end result is so rewarding. Remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons so you can hang out with me in future videos. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.